What's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. What's going on? This is Dope Living TV Live. Hey, views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. It's just ours. All right. Having said that, man, we are on a motivation week. All right. Trying to motivate, trying to make people live their dreams, live out their dreams, trying to make sure that they at least have something to go on. So all this week, we're going to be talking to not only ourselves, to you guys, I'm sorry, but letting you hear stories, letting you hear ways to motivate yourselves in order to continue to live out your dreams. It's important. I mean, how many times have you had something that you really, really believed in, ready to get it done, then you change your mind out of fear because you don't believe in your dream. And then 2 weeks later, you see somebody else has done exactly what you thought of, exactly what you thought of. I'd be pissed, personally. I would be very, very, very angry. But you know, that's what happens. And so we have to, I'd say our charge here is to motivate. Let's make sure that we don't fall into that category of deferring our dreams. I'll put it like that. I got a couple of things I want to play here, and I'm going to let them actually go. I'm going to let them actually sit for a second until everyone else gets in here and gets on. All right. And again, the views are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. It's just us. We want to talk. We want to give the people what they want. Make sure that the people are here. Make sure that the people are motivated. That's just basically the whole thing. We're going to motivate people. All right. So, look, I'm going to play this video, short video, but it's a video that's going to kind of start the day out for us. I'll put it like that. So, and I'll play it once more before we get off the show. So it's Dope Living TV Live. It's Greg Gray. We'll be right back in a second. All right, check this video out.
Life will knock you between the eyes. It will catch you on the blind side, come out of nowhere, stuff you can't anticipate. That will knock the wind out of you. You want to give up. It's going to be very challenging. Whenever you decide that you want to grow, whenever you decide that you want to go to another level, all hell will break loose. It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
We all go through problems. They don't have to overwhelm you, though. Problems don't have to take you out, though. Problems don't have to make your life miserable, though. Your problem is you go back and run to your safety net. I can't do it, help. And you're going to be running to it for the rest of your life until you get to a point where you look at life and say, you will not beat me.
It's easy to complain. It's easy to point out your circumstances. It's easy to talk about what has happened to you. It's easy to talk about your situation, what you're going through. But if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself.
Your problem is some of you are phenomenally skilled, but it is a phenomenal will that says every time I get knocked down, I will get back up and I will succeed. I will not surrender. You have something great in you. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute. It might last for an hour. It might last for a week. It might last for a day. It might last for months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, if you do not give in, it will subside.
You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. I can make it. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. Yes, yes. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming. Yes.
You are great. You are unique. You are special. You are talented. And you deserve to have everything you want. And stop listening to the people who tell you you don't. Kill the noise. What do they know? Who are they? And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. You've been through so much hell. You gonna quit now? You don't quit now. It's the 10th round. You got 2 more to go. And when you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. It's about you won't break me. You can't take me. I fought too long. I fought too hard. It's too late now. You should have broke me a long time ago. I'm unbreakable now.
Yep. It's too late now. I am unbreakable now. I am unbreakable now. And get out of here with that defeatist attitude, man. Y'all better come on here. This is Motivation Week. Welcome, Gina Gatson.
Hello.
Man, I'm coming at them right now.
I see you motivating me over here.
Coming at them. They got to know. They got to understand, okay, life cannot break you down, okay? You're a perfect example of that. Going through COVID and you came out, okay? Life cannot break you down. You cannot let your circumstances define who you are.
Right? You got to pick up and come up with a different plan.
I'm sick of it, man. I see so many people, like I said before you came on, how many people, and I've been a victim of this as well, how many people have had this dream, this fantastic idea, and they turn around and they're like, well, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can't do that. I don't know. And then 2 weeks later, they see somebody else doing it.
Absolutely. That could have been me.
Could have been me. Come on, man. That's ridiculous how people let the defeatist attitude take them out. All right. You cannot be afraid to do whatever life throws at you. Whatever life, I'm not sorry, throws at you, but whatever life has for you. You cannot be afraid to go ahead and live your dreams. Man, it's a beautiful thing. And that's what we're doing now. We're living our dreams. Okay. Who would have thought when we sit up in high school, elementary school, junior high school, that we would be in the positions that we are now. All right. Some people still get that high school mentality, you know. All right. And they're still not doing anything that they're destined to be. They still have it in them. All right. So we want to make sure that we get people to that level, man. Let's talk about it. Let's encourage everybody. Let's man, you know, and I'm so mad that more people aren't on this path. Okay. But we're going to get it. We're going to get as many as we can get this week. We're going to get them all. Okay. Get on that path. Okay. We can't help everybody. Everybody's not going to listen to us, but hey, if we touch one, we got them. We did our job.
That's right.
So how was your day today, Gina?
One of my motivations, big motivations, is the fact that I've lived a lot of my dreams. I've visited a lot of places that I've always wanted to visit, different countries. I'm doing the things I want to do, writing books, helping people with education. That's a big motivation for me, you know, and it's a motivation for me to help others, because if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm just an average, ordinary person, and I've done a lot of things that I've wanted to do, real estate, with very little capital or no capital. But you know, you have to be motivated enough to take that step to see if it's something that it will be successful with you. And if not, like I said, change gears, turn around and find another plan. Hey, Ludine, Greg is
Hey, I see. I'm like, I'm looking in the camera. I'm like, is something wrong with Greg? Is he okay? Is he
Greg is
doing like he's doing, remember that challenge we used to do? The
freeze.
The freeze. See, that's what you get for talking about me yesterday. All that talk about me last night. Ludine, she'll answer the questions today. She can.
That was you yesterday, so it must be popping from person to person because that was you yesterday, and it's Greg today.
I'm good. I'm good.
That's what you get for talking about people.
I'm good. A couple of things has happened. That's all. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wish I could take a picture and make it into a video and play it like you play the baby being thrown into the fan.
Oh yeah, I got you.
That's
we
funny.
all good. We all good. And I had lost connection because of something that I did, not because of anything else. But see, my stuff is always on time, Ludine. Okay, on time is the key.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Oh, see now she listening. See
what
now
you mean on time? What you mean?
On
time. What you talking about on time?
On
we work a 9 to 5. We get here when we get here.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that on time.
What you mean on time?
About yeah, when we ask the question.
No.
As soon as we ask your shit on time delay.
It's not gonna happen. That's the other part. I really don't like technology, so it doesn't bother me. I'm gonna be honest. One day, my Facebook page is gonna be like, "What Ludine has?" It's gonna be down. It's gonna be logging off.
Okay, long as you still have to come on.
Ludine, you motivated me.
Look at it.
What is that? What's that?
I'm like, I don't want them talking about me in my phone like they talking about Ludine.
Girl, I don't care.
You only got another one.
My phone was getting there because after your phone overheated that day, Ludine, mine did.
Man, it was crazy.
Ludine.
What? So, are you gonna drop one by my house?
2 minutes to one. 2 minutes to one.
Are you dropping one by my house? That's what I want to know.
I'm dabbing now. Hold on.
That again.
He did tell you can have the red one, make him live up to his word.
Oh, you did say that? Oh, we can go back and look at the recording. It's on tape.
We can always go back and look at everything. Supisi 05 Isa Tiote reacted to the posting. I posted to a podcast today. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you.
I gotta eat.
All of them. So Kim Thomas, Chad London. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Hey, we got everybody popping on here. It's Dr. Jory Lynn. What's going on, Jory?
Hi, Jory.
Hey, Jory. Hey.
Oh, that's a bad connection.
You got my man Chris Mills on.
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Oh, let me go to my laptop.
Jory, no. Ludine she left. Ludine told somebody they had a bad connection. Go figure that.
Ludine connection looked like it was great until I got on. Now she's moving in robot land. I'm saying
Ludine's
no, I'm not. I was being funny.
Doing a robot in the sock.
You missed Greg as the frozen man. He was frozen for a good 3-4 minutes.
It was only
two.
It was only two. Hey, y'all say what's up to Jocelyn.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Hello.
All right. So we all here. Y'all saw. I don't know if y'all saw the video that I played earlier. I think Gina did. Okay. It was a good video, Chris. You laughing? It was a good video, right?
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, it was actually very, very, very motivational. That's what we'll be doing. Okay. So look, everybody who's watching, and somebody came to me the other day, yesterday actually. They were watching the show, but they inboxed me. They said, "Greg, you only have 4 viewers." I'm like, no, didn't have 4 viewers. Sorry. It said 4 in the corner.
Hey, what's understood
doesn't have to be explained.
Right, exactly. Doesn't have to be explained at all.
I said I have 4 viewers. I said, but I said
no, you'd be like, thank you.
400, but
we were entertaining. We were entertaining in 04. Like when you do a show, you gonna entertain 4 people out there in the crowd, like there's 10,000 people out there in the crowd.
Right.
Exactly.
All 4 of them were just as important.
Exactly. That's what I said. If we touch one, we cool. All right. We got one, we cool. All right. What's up, Dr. Jory Lynn?
Hey. There was a weird thing with my cell phone. I'm like,
Yeah, I know you and Ludine went to the same store. It's all good though.
here we go.
It's all good.
What's going on with y'all?
Well, we are sitting up here. We're taking our time to celebrate motivation. We're celebrating.
Oh, okay.
And we want to motivate. So I'm not gonna talk about your phone too much today until about 7:45. You'll be all right. And we're gonna uplift everybody. Okay, this is what we're doing this week. So as we're doing this, and I think everyone has invited certain people, whether they come on or not. That's fine. I went off. Look, I put it, and I'm gonna tell y'all who I reached out to today. It's so funny. None of them probably be on. Okay, of course. I reached out to Angela Bassett. Okay. All right. I reached out to Les Brown because somebody mentioned Les Brown. Mm-hmm. I reached out to, and these are all very, very motivational people. So if they come on, great. If they don't, I ain't gonna hold it against them. There's this guy. His name is Jeremy Anderson. Very motivational guy. He motivates young people. Reached out to him. All right. Who else did I reach out to? Angela Bassett, Les Brown. There's this guy who's WBA. I forgot the division he's in. He's a champion. I reached out to him. Hopefully he'll come on. It's a young guy doing this thing. All right. So reached out to some people. I'll reach out to some more tomorrow. You know, it's been a day, man. But we want to make sure that we keep our. You know, everybody got dreams. Everybody got ambitions. Okay, but does our fear let us not get to where we need to be? Is it our fear? Jocelyn, you got that look. What's up? I know you're gonna come in. Let's go.
Again, if we allow fear, false evidence appearing real to immobilize us, then we have nobody to blame but ourselves.
But can they help it though? I mean, it's nobody to blame.
Oh yeah. You know, there's a Disney Pixar movie called Inside Out, and it touches on our emotions. Yeah. If you're around somebody who's always happy, there's an imbalance. If you're around somebody who's always sad, there's an imbalance. Bottom line of it is that we've been gifted. Look at that hand.
Girl, he is not gonna let me sit here in peace.
It's all
my
good.
grandson.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
Hi.
The whole thing of it is
right there, Jory.
Huh?
That's a motivation right there.
Absolutely.
Every day. Especially the crap I put up with.
So all of those emotions are in us for a reason, to push us and pull us to take us to the level. So, you know, going back to what you said, the fear is important because it stabilizes. That's like a person who lives without fear and they go to the top of the mountain, not fearing that they'll fall off, most likely they're going to fall off. But if you have a little bit of fear on top of a little bit of push, then you know you still have boundaries and you're using them. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, so you got to have everything.
Fear is a good thing though, because if you don't have that fear, you're going to take risks that are too far out of your reach. So
Absolutely.
that kind of keeps you level-headed to not do more than what you can.
Right.
And it's boundaries. It's like walking around with a damn parachute on. Okay, you walking around with a parachute, you don't know if it worked but you walking around. It's in the safety net. It's on there. Okay, but you never know if it works until you get in that plane and jump. Right, take that leap, pull that cord. All right, let that parachute open, float, land. You're all good.
I mean, all right? You're gonna get to the point in life where you just like, F it, let me just do it.
Got to. Because you're tired of living like you're living, okay? You're tired of living in fear. You're tired of not achieving the dreams that you know that you can do, but somebody else is doing it, okay? I'm telling you, I was doing something a long time ago, and I got afraid, and like I'm telling Gina, 2 weeks later, somebody else was doing it. Making money. you know, doing what they was doing. Okay, and I'm sitting up here like, damn, I could have did that.
Right.
Yep. Again, nothing beats a failure.
And now they got your bag, huh?
Absolutely.
No, they ain't got his bag. They got the bag meant for them.
Exactly. They got that bag then. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They ain't got my bag now.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me on that one.
Things don't just happen; they happen justly.
I was gonna say that, and you beat me to it. But see, when I do that, Jocelyn, I gotta make it right in my head, so it almost sounds stupid when it come out. Okay, so I have to say it the right way. You know, things don't just happen; they happen justly. What is wrong with your phone, Ludine? You better quit popping in and out.
She'll be back.
No, she gonna have to go. She gonna have to go about a minute.
I was eating. I didn't want to be. I was eating.
Man, we eat and we drink on here. All right.
What you eating today?
I just went off. I don't know what.
No, go upstairs and get her.
What you eating today, Ludine?
So I took my leftover turkey, my leftover potatoes.
While she's focused with the glass.
My leftover turkey, my leftover potatoes, my leftover Brussels sprouts, and I made a soup.
Do you all do leftovers? Do you all eat leftovers?
So good.
I don't eat leftovers.
I never eat leftovers. I can't do it. You on mute, Chris.
Chris doing that on purpose.
I do. Because the season is better.
It depends on what it is.
Okay.
It depends on what it is. Some stuff don't taste good to the second day. Some stuff just don't taste good to the second day.
Yeah, if it's homemade, yeah. If it's restaurant bought.
Why? If it's restaurant bought from Jay's Breakfast Club, it's good, dude, for the second day, right?
I was about from Jay's.
No, it's gonna be gone. Look, I put it to you like this: if you get something from Jocelyn and you don't eat it all the first day, I mean, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, facts.
You say help me clean that up.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
No.
Okay, we gotta wait on Ludine. So go ahead, Ludine.
Okay. Because I'm like, what's going on?
No, Jocelyn has very good portions, and I can't eat all that.
We waited 2 minutes.
So that's a true statement.
But do you wait till the next day, or do you nibble on it until it's all gone that whole day?
I usually eat it that night or either right that morning or something. It doesn't last long.
Do leftovers.
Yeah.
It's not sitting forever.
Oh no. Oh no.
I just do not do leftovers.
I do. Like some certain stuff has to get that overnight.
Yeah, it's gotta sit.
Ain't no damn Jello. I mean, what?
No, it gotta sit.
Some stuff is just better the next day. It's just I don't know if after you cook it and then salt and everything blends together and fuses together, it's just better the next day.
Hey y'all, I got new glasses. Nobody knows.
I like those. Those are cute. Well, I didn't see the old ones though.
Oh, and you got your head wrap going.
Yeah, my hair's kind of scary.
Girl, your hair is not scary. Your hair is not scary.
I'm done.
That's scary.
So, Jocelyn, the only time you put on glasses is when you have a bad hair day.
No,
like put on those glasses that pop out. I mean.
Oh no, I got all. Actually,
I'm just making sure.
Over the last 2-3 days, I probably ordered like 5 or 6 more pairs.
No, okay.
What do you? No, we ain't gonna promote them, but that's all good. We're gonna promote the J.R. Kelly brand. We're gonna do that, okay? Hey, Jory.
JRK. Ooh, that's cute.
Hey, Jory.
I like that.
Yeah.
JRK.
Outside of your grandson there, what motivates you?
Wow.
And while you're thinking, let me. Allie Hindle has something for Chris.
Whoa.
I have a question for Chris Mills. Can he get motivated enough for his hot self to get them on?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. She's back.
that motivation for you, Chris?
Hey,
Oh, no, yeah, okay. Anyway, Dr. Lee.
Chris.
Go get your crayons in your coloring book. No. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah. So.
is that motivation enough for you, though, Jory?
You know what? Yeah, you can have one. What motivates me? New mercies every morning when I wake up.
I'll take that.
New mercies.
Okay.
Because I use every last one of them before I lay down at night. So you can best believe when I wake up the next morning, I'm a little excited about it.
I mean, yeah, some people don't even.
I heard that.
Some people do use all of their mercies all through the day. Okay.
I use every last. I mean, when I lay down, I'll be like, "Woo! I think I borrowed some from the next day." It's not mocking me.
She get that Christian yell when she get ready to go to bed, boy.
There you go. So yeah.
Wait a
So
minute.
that's my motivation. Outside of my grandson and my girls, and making sure as long as my parents are walking this earth, I'm making them proud, and I'm not, embarrassing them, because like I tell my kids, my mama used to tell me, I got people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not somewhere acting a fool, and she getting a call, even though I'm as old as I am. I saw your daughter and she was acting a complete fool, or she was doing this or doing something that would bring shame to my parents. So, but I think
as old as we are, isn't that something that we still want to make sure that we ain't embarrassing our parents?
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. Some days I want to embarrass them.
But it depends on if I'm embarrassing them on their behalf, because I'll put a fool on their behalf. I won't let them do it, but I'll take it. So
I'm good to say I get it from my mama.
But yeah. So
I've met Jocelyn's mom and dad. Okay, they are an interesting pair. All right,
they are
interesting pair.
Yeah, so but I have cut a fool for my parents on several occasions. What? You want what? I don't understand 3-year-old.
Tell them we're speaking Portuguese. We want to know.
Oh, you want to know who is that? You want to? That's Greg. Say hi, Greg.
I am not your father.
And say that.
I cannot.
Soon as he go up the steps. Soon as he go up the steps. That's Miss Gina. Say hi, Miss Gina.
Hi, baby.
You can't hurt me.
Say hi, TT Ludine. And then say hi, Miss Jocelyn. Oh, he said your name good.
All right.
And that's Mr. Chris.
Sweetie.
Hey, welcome, Karen Dade. Karen Dade says, hey, y'all, there are different types of fear. If the fear is a phobia, that fear immobilizes, I'm sorry, and is debilitating. Absolutely.
Hey, Karen.
Can't let it get at you. Thank you
Karen.
so much, Karen.
Hey.
Karen's journey is one that she can really speak to and has spoken to, how her fear actually elevated her and prepared her to a whole new level. Miss Authoress, Miss Model, Miss just doing the whole daggone thing.
That's what's up. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Karen. Stay tuned.
The nominees. I'm sorry. Karen is one of the nominees.
I tagged few people, and Karen was one person I tagged. She is such a beautiful spirit, and I met her last year, and she's very inspirational and very motivating. She'll motivate you, baby.
She can say whatever. If you want to hop on, come on, hop on. Chris Mills is always looking fine as always. I hope that's motivating enough for him to come here earlier than planned. You probably, Allie, I'll say this for you. Now, you don't have to. Don't even do it, Chris.
Wait a minute.
You're just not gonna unmute yourself today, huh?
Bless you, sis.
Don't tell me I'm the only one that caught that earlier.
Because she don't even.
Am I the only one that caught that?
She don't
call what?
Chris.
I mean, it's earlier than planned.
Yeah. He tried to hide. He trying to hide.
Y'all didn't hear it. No, y'all didn't hear it. No, Chris, you don't unmute yourself. Chris said he was going to Miami anyway. Okay, not because
he already in Miami.
For that. So.
He hiding behind the light pole.
So you already there. Matter of fact, she's in the room with him right now. She just texted to throw us off. That's what it is.
Right.
Go ahead, Al. Put your hand over his mouth.
So let me ask you a question. Is it that you're, and I say living loosely, is it that you're living in fear, or you're afraid to step out on faith?
Oh, that's a great question.
That is a great question. Let's you know what? Hold on. Chris, you need to answer that one. Just a second now. Go ahead, Chris.
Is it that you're living in fear, or you're afraid to step? Well, he is so full of it.
Oh.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm gonna do the whole show lip syncing.
Now that I'm back, it's most people that don't. They say they believe in faith, but they don't believe in faith.
Mm-hmm.
They're scared to fail. And one of the famous quotes from Jordan is, "You take 100, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So you got a lot of people, Jory, that's scared to step out on that faith because they're scared to fail. Now they'll do it with other people's money.
We were actually talking about.
They'll do it quickly with other people's money.
But I'm not even talking about stepping out.
Step out of that faith.
I'm not even talking about an entrepreneur or business. I'm talking about every day. And I'll give you an example. You're in a shitty ass job. You get an opportunity in Miami. We'll use Miami. And you know, it's everything. It's the job that you've always wanted. And you know, what we do is we make excuses. Well, my parents are here, they're too far away. You know, all my roots are here, and so you stay in the job that you hate because you're afraid to step out on faith and go to something that I personally I don't want to shrink it down to a business, but I mean it's a lot of things in life that, you know, is it actually fear of failing, or is it lack of faith?
Well, I mean, just in general speaking, I believe that people have lack of faith.
Okay.
But most of the times, if you're at a job that's crappy and you go to a better job that has, even if it's out of state and it costs more, I mean, it's paying you more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would take that faith on that job just to see how it is. You know what I'm saying? They're just not going to jump out basically and do what I did. Just packed up and moved to Vegas and looked for a job when I got here. You know what I'm saying? With the background that I had in the casino field, I knew I could get a job easy out here. So that's why New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm out. I'm going to Vegas for New Year's Eve. I'm looking at a new year in a new place. But it took me 2 weeks to find a job. And then I end up that March, April, opening up the Venetian Poker Room. So
that's what's up. Chris, I find that real interesting. I too, when I had the restaurant, my first restaurant that we took over, Dolly's on 17th Grant. When we closed the store, we went over to Bennigan, and I ran that kitchen until they lost their lease. And during that time, I had to make some vital decisions. And similar to you, I kind of prayed over it and thought about it. I decided I was going to move. And so eventually I made a choice to move to Dallas. I left here with $2,000 in my pocket, my truck, my clothes, and my 50-inch TV. And I found an apartment for $400. Now, it took me some time to find an actual job. I sold cars, did whatever needed to be done.
Then you and that clicking got to stop.
I didn't want to say it.
I'm not clicking.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not clicking.
No,
I'm not
you in that
clicking.
bone.
I'm
You
not
in that.
clicking.
You that spoon in that bone.
But make a long story short, that to me was that walk of faith was evolutionary because it opened doors. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it also taught me something else. This week is a very emotional week for me because December the 4th is when the last time I talked to my son.
Right.
And that whole experience, it took a lot. And a lot of people talk about my statement. Things don't just happen, they happen justly. And we kind of talked about the whole George Floyd and all of the folks that have died. Well, even before my son did what he did, he got into some legal trouble, right? And he was never able to mentally rebound from that legal trouble, in addition to being in the military, being a young Black man and getting pitted against all of these different odds, as well as transitioning into becoming a man. And people say, well, why did he commit suicide? If I had the answer, then maybe he'd be here. But just think about this leap of faith. He found somewhere in his brain that was easier for him to embark upon the unknown than keep dealing in the hurt and whatever distress that he was having. And that is a tremendous leap of faith because the opposite of the will to live is the will to die.
Right.
And how many people can honestly say that they're willing to put everything on the line for a complete unknown, not expecting of what's to come or what's not to come?
Quick question.
Say that, man. Karen Jake says faith means that you actually believe it's possible. Most people pray, but rarely believe it's possible. Thank you, Karen.
Amen.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, most people don't have that mustard seed faith. But Jocelyn, quick question. How old was your son? He was in the military, right? He was.
Yep.
Did he go to?
Yeah, he was active duty, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He was E2. He graduated actually at a higher level. He was an Eagle Scout when he went in.
Right.
He did promotion until actually he got his first station. And he was actually slated to do some overseas tour at the beginning of 2015. And I never forget sitting in this very room I'm sitting in now. I commissioned the top official from that base to actually come and give me his death report. And he had the audacity to stand in my living room and look me in the face and say, your son wasn't of the right mind. And that was his reason for committing suicide. And I gave him holy hell.
Did they try to say he had PTSD?
No. But if the one thing that I have is a report about this thick. They interviewed his superiors, his subordinates, everybody. And the amount of stuff that was redacted in those documents was overwhelming. From just pure torment.
Turmoil. Yeah, torment.
I remember when he went away to basic training. Even through the basic training, he had a chart with everything he started in his platoon, and he would mark out those who dropped out or either committed suicide. And by the time he finished that original training, half of that shirt was blacked out. When we went to AIT training, he says, Mom, you see those marks on the wall? That's from one of the cadets committing suicide, and his shoe print was still on the wall. It's so prominent. The breaking down of our Black men, we talk about preschool to pipeline or whatever.
From prison, what is it? School to prison pipeline or something like that.
Yeah, but it goes further than that. I mean, it's so indoctrinated in our system that even they talk to. I never forget at the church that we attend, they give scholarships. And Jalen got a scholarship because he was very much involved in the church, usher board, Boy Scouts, everything. And of course, they gave him a scholarship, and he says, "Mom, I don't want that scholarship. Give it to somebody else. I'm going to go to the Army to serve and allow them to pay and give this money to somebody else." So think about the different things that we dangle. We can't always talk about the ball players, the drug dealers, and all those people who give our kids negative role models.
Influences, yeah.
Yeah, because it's everywhere. And again, it gets back to how do we promote self-worth? How do we promote I matter? You know what I'm saying? We say Black Lives Matter. Let's take the Black lives out and let's start at the basis. I matter. I, Jocelyn, matter.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, she understands depression. It's too much to type, but she wishes she could explain it to us. It's deeper than most will ever comprehend it. It's not your battle.
Karen, come on.
Karen.
Come on, Karen.
Come on, Karen. Come on,
Yeah, come
join us.
on. You ain't got to
So I know I asked this question, and I want to ask, I want to add on to it. So if we look at if it's more than if it's not the fear and it's not the faith, because I see a lot of our young Black women going through this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that they don't have, they're not invested in themselves enough to believe that they can, they are what's the word I'm looking for, because my brain just went blank.
Hey, Jory, can you
they
take
don't have that self-worth.
Can you take anything out of a bank account that you haven't put in? Can you make withdrawals if you haven't made deposits?
And I understand that, you know, a lot of these people aren't being poured into. So, and we talk about this all the time. We came up in a totally different generation. We were poured into by our teachers, by our church members, by family members, neighbors. I got more whoopings from the neighbors on the block than I did from my parents. I still call Miss Gloria, Mr. Arthur, Mr. John. It ain't no, hey John, no, it's still Mr. John, and we did have a village back then. I don't see that as much now.
Well, I mean, it's one of the situations where growing up, especially in a single parent household, the kids are really raising themselves because the mother is working 2, maybe 3 jobs just to keep them moving.
So let me say this, and I agree with you to a certain extent. I was a single parent, raised my girls, got one through college, ended up with him. She's doing okay. Got another one. I live in a 2-parent household. My parents are still married and still together. Let me tell you something. My dad worked at Inland Steel, and he worked swing shifts. So one week he worked 7 to 3. The next week he worked 3 to 11. Then the next week he worked midnights, and then it started over. My dad didn't attend not one band concert, not one game I cheerlead at, not one track meet, because he was all working. My mama raised us. So the 2-parent household thing is bullshit to me.
But you still have to look at it this way. You still have both parents in the household. But my dad is and still is. He's a provider. If I was more scared of my mama's whoopings than my daddy's whoopings.
Hey y'all,
I mean, because
real quick.
Hey y'all. Come on here, look. Ain't nobody supposed to see my birthday hair until my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna pretend we ain't see your birthday hair.
Okay, pretend you don't see the magenta. It's black.
It's black. It's beautiful.
It ain't got French over here.
But I mean, and I get, okay, so my dad was there. I did see my dad. We had vacations. It was a 2-parent household. But my mom cooked, cleaned, Make sure I got the band practice. Make sure I got to the basketball game. Make sure I wasn't walking out the house looking like somebody else's child that wasn't hers. You know,
Right, but imagine this: of you basically waking yourself up because your mom is leaving to go to work at 5:30 in the morning before it's even time for you to go to school. You make it home before she makes it home.
Mhm.
She don't make it home till 6 o'clock that night.
My mama worked.
But did she see you get off to school?
She did see us get out. Well, we was all walking out the door at the same time. I'll put it that way.
Exactly.
We was all walking out the door at the same time.
She made sure a lot of times, and I'm not speaking like you, I'm just speaking in general.
Right.
Sometimes when you see kids that's waking themselves up, fixing breakfast for the little brother, making sure the little brother get off to school, then they got to get off to school. You know what I'm saying? And then they make it home. But
so guess
when they
what
get
that
out
was
of
called
school,
when we was growing up? It was called a latchkey kid. I'm trying to.
No, but we were raised different. We was raised by the community. What our parents didn't see, the community saw and told our parents. We don't have that. Like you said, we don't have that.
But even think about it though. We still all know family homes that have one side of the home, and you have one child in the family that was successful, another child that's out on drugs, another one that's doing something else. Even though they were raised by the same parents, they took different paths.
But you know,
why did one child become successful? One child go on drugs.
Hey Gina, most of the time, situations like that, the successful child in the family is the youngest child because they see what the olders did wrong, and they see what it brought to them older. It's pretty much seldom. Like even I use it for instance, even though it wasn't a bad family members, Jordan became the most successful in his family. You know what I'm saying? Of having older brothers and sisters, seeing what they did wrong, seeing how they did wrong. And I take myself first. I was the oldest. You know what I'm saying? My brother's up under me. You know what I'm saying? But I learned from my older cousins that's like pretty much like almost my mom's age. So I was able to see because we're a tight-knit family, so you get a chance to see the ones that's doing wrong, the ones that's doing right. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to see that. And in family households where there's two parents and one parent, it's the youngest see what the oldest does. If the oldest don't bring the youngest in, like my older cousins did to me, it was like, nah, you're not gonna get involved in this. You're gonna go to school. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. The youngest one becomes successful. You know what I'm saying? The oldest ones is the one that's gonna try. The middle child is gonna see what the oldest did and be like, okay, I see how he did it. I'm gonna do it this way. The youngest child, like, I ain't messing with none of y'all. Mommy and daddy crazy.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's within ourselves. Okay, what we got to do. Okay, we can see all these examples and this and that, and we can choose which example to get to. But at the end of the day, it's within ourselves. Look, real quick, I was looking up something and I went to time.com and I want to talk to Karen for a minute too. And they had something that they called 15 ways to motivate yourself and others. I'm not going to read all 15, okay? But the first one was your values. It's the ultimate secret. They said you can connect the work you do to your values. Even in small ways, you can change your game, all right? The second is something that I think Jocelyn said the other day, find your why. You know, figure out a compelling purpose, turn this into a one-liner, and then change your why if necessary. Then change your how. And another one they have is shift past present. A lot more on here, but you know, I think a lot of times we forget who we are, why we're here, how we're going to get to where we need to go to. Ladine says she's the oldest. She was the experiment child, as she does with her phones. Her brother is the most successful in the family. We are all successful, okay? But I mean, what does that mean? You know, and I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying, you know, success is what we make it. It's not. I don't know.
It is. You know, it's more of this. Like they say, there's no book or no guide on how to be a parent.
Okay.
But it's normally a guide on what you want to do growing up if you have older brothers and sisters, because you see what they did wrong growing up. You know what I'm saying? Where you're able to pass off to a different way. Some of the time,
I'm proud to be a better person, not than them. You know, I was proud of my brother's successes, all right, but I just want to be a better me. You know, I know the things.
I got a question. I know I got a lot of questions today, don't I? So, what makes somebody more successful than the other person?
Exactly.
I mean, so.
Well, you know, you have some that.
Is it monetary? Because I mean, I know some people who got a lot of money and they shit, Elder. I can't cuss like I want to. I'm gonna need you to put Karen on there because I can't even cuss like I want to cuss. Cause she is with Elder on the stream.
Rory, this is Dope Living TV Live. Karen, look, you can't handle it.
No, I was just, I was getting ready to that, but I can't cuss like I want to. I got to respect the Elder.
I get what you're saying, but it's not even monetary most of the time.
But what makes a person successful? What is your definition of success?
Let's let Karen step in for a second, man. Let's let Karen step in for a second.
Okay, well, here's my definition of success, and it's so funny you said that. I was having a conversation with someone, to me, because success kind of works congruently to me with how blessed you are, to me. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, you know, when you can honestly say you have everything that you need, is that not the measure of success? Because somebody is looking at what you have and what you have, and even though you might not think you have a lot, it's always somebody who has far less than you. So for me, I feel like I'm very successful, and it has nothing to do with the amount of money that I have, because I don't have a lot. But let me tell you what I do have. I got peace. Come on here. And those are things, a lot of times we try to put it on things that are tangible, so to speak. Success, a lot of times, has nothing to do with what's tangible, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have all these famous people who have committed suicide, because they had plenty of money.
Well, it's not even. But what I was, what I was about to say was, it's pretty much not what you have material wise. You know what I'm saying? Some people will look at you and be like, yo, every time I see the elder, she's doing something positive or doing something that's helping another person out. I wish I had that. I wish I had the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at that as success of helping other people. Some people look at success, as we talked about, monetary. Some people look at success, okay, you have a successful marriage. I want that. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to look at success. But the answer to the question that Jory and Greg was talking about, what is success, is pretty much what I call is finding your niche in life. And pretty much pursuing that, not looking back, not having anything, like you said, Elder, that you're not having anything that's able to be seen as far as material wise. You know what I'm saying? Showing people how to be successful.
And I want to say one thing too, piggyback on something you said, Greg, when you were reading those things, and it said something about your why. One thing I would disagree with, your why never changes, because who you were and who God predestined you to be from the foundation of the world is in place. Now it's just up to you to fulfill your why, but your why never changes, because he already had something in mind when he created you. A lot of times we just don't seek out in order to fulfill our purpose and fulfill our destiny. But from the foundations of the world, we already had one. But it's up to us to make sure we tap in and fulfill whatever that is. That's completing then the work that God has assigned for you to do, whether it is whatever it is, because he has a range in every arena. I don't care what it is, whether it's comedy, whether it's being a lawyer, whether it's being a doctor, those things were predestined for you from the foundation of the world. But before he created you, he said, I have plans. He has a plan for you before you were even here, before you were formed in the belly of your mother's belly. He had already ordained you for something. And so your why, it never changes. It's just up to you to make sure you fulfill the why.
And see, that is one reason why, one of my reasons for success, because of my relationship with God. All right, that right there is my number one reason that I am as successful as I am. And I don't say, and some people say when you say you're successful, let other people say it for you. Okay, I don't say that to be braggadocious. Okay, I truly believe that you cannot have any type of success, period, if you don't have a relationship with God.
I agree.
And I'm not just saying that because Elder's on here. All right? I'm saying that
by your fruits you are known.
Yeah.
So in essence, by your fruits, they're making the declaration for you, but your fruits can't be known unless you walk in those fruits. So in essence, I totally am 100% agreement with you, Elder. Yesterday I mentioned that story, and I still can't remember what it is, but the little boy dropped the breadcrumbs in the forest. So he'll find
Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel. And bottom line of it is that I believe that God has given us the bread that we dropped along our journey. And they are little tidbits that have christened our path in order to fulfill our destiny. And that is our sharpening our whys. So our whys don't change, but they do become more defined.
Exactly.
See, that's where it all starts, though. Exactly. I agree with actually I agree with everything everybody has said. All right. And normally I'm the one that says no. But you know, there's a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people who base their success on money, base their success on achievements, individual achievements. All right. But you know,
they can be taken away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, you gotta have
look at what's his name in jail right now, Cosby. I can't say that. I mean, for me, I still think he has great gifts, right? But when you start to chase things, chase women, chase money, you chase anything that's gonna run. But if you stay still in your purpose, on purpose, nothing can run from you. It's only going to flow. You know, we're going to give from our overflow. We don't go in the cup because the cup is how we're nurtured. But as we focus on that nurturing and allow ourselves to be nurtured, the overflow will come, and it'll give us an opportunity to continue to get that big old puzzle we keep talking about.
And isn't it really a comforting feeling to know that we are actually living in our truth? You know, we've motivated ourselves to a certain level where too much other stuff is not going to bother us. Okay, because number one, we have faith. You know, we believe in God. We have faith in God. Number two, we have faith. We believe in ourselves. You know, we know what we're capable of doing. We know where we're capable of going. All right. The thing that we have to do, number one, keep the faith, and number two, keep on living our dreams. Period. You know? And if we don't,
I believe you begin to feel successful when you feel fulfilled. You begin to feel like you have really are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You feel like your life is on the right path when you start to feel fulfilled in whatever it is, wherever it is you're walking in.
Maslow
will give you a peace.
Yeah, that too. I feel also, because I just take myself for instance. I never feel successful. I feel as mission accomplished. Once I finish something, that mission is accomplished for me to go do something else to help. Because everything I do is pretty much about giving back. It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? It's making sure or creating jobs for others, helping people create businesses, help people learn. If I have the knowledge, learn more about what they're trying to do in life, be it entertainment, real estate, or anything like that. So, like when Greg when Greg say, "Oh, well, Chris got more money than me," I'd be like, "No." To me, it's not about the money. It's about ways for me.
Oh, I'm joking, bro. I don't base my look. I'm comfortable.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? When you say that, when you say that about me, it's not about that with me. It's about, okay, I did this, mission complete. Now I'm about to go to the next and do this and complete that mission. And then go to the next, complete that mission. And
but they're all intertwined, though. If you're honest with yourself, they're all intertwined. They just have a different cover, but it's the same book.
Yes,
you're doing the same thing. Yeah, just doing it different.
So having said all of that, we talked Elder Day, we talked earlier, Jory. Some of us talked earlier about doing some things for the rest of the week to motivate people to get started. Not much, but it's some things that we can do. So I want, and if you want to do it, that's cool. But we're gonna give $50 each day to one of our listeners. Okay, all they got to do is inbox me. They can even come on here. Okay, and we're going to give them $50. All right, and hopefully they got a cash app. You can do it right now. Right, if not, we'll figure out a way to get it to them. All right, well, we're going to give $50 to somebody, and we can't control how they use it. All right, but we want to just give back. We want to give back. We want to be a blessing to somebody else. And so we're gonna be doing that. And
you know what? I think we can do something better than that. I think we can really put together, since Christmas around the corner, instead of giving it to someone every day, we put it up to, if we're gonna do every week, every day up until Christmas, and then we pick those people out, like right before Christmas, and give it to them that way.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed what we giving away for Christmas? What we
giving
doing?
away all money.
It's we talked earlier.
What you saying? We sharing the love. What you say we doing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're sharing the love. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
So what are we? Let's discuss it right now. Everybody blinking out now. Y'all scared? Y'all scared? Everybody blinking out now. Okay. So how? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, because what I had said was, this, I get 50 today. Somebody else get 50. Somebody else get 50 Thursday. Somebody get 50 Friday.
I think we should defer. I kind of like what Chris is saying. Let's put together a plan instead of just arbitrarily. People can begin to inbox their need, but put a purpose or a story behind that need, so that we can motivate.
And then as of the week of Christmas, we can go through thoroughly and pick winners. We don't have to give it all one lump sum to one person. We can pick winners. And we just decide how much we're going to put in to give to them.
All right, and that's cool. But I'll do it this week. Then I'll give everybody. I'll give $50 a day. Then I don't care. I want to do what I said.
That's cool. I mean, where can I put my name in the hat at?
Here we go.
Y'all figure it out. Okay, so everybody that's listening, look. We just want to give back, okay? So we get joke and laugh about a bunch of things. We joking and laughing about this, okay? But we're gonna figure it out. And by the end of the month, by Christmas, we're
gonna motivate someone.
We're gonna bless somebody with something. All right, maybe Ludine's old phone. We're gonna try to do.
She said she inboxing now.
Yeah, really?
She's trying to get that phone.
Yeah,
she's trying to get that phone.
So, no, Ludine. What do they say when people do that? People that are with the company cannot participate.
Right.
So one thing I want to say, I want to add to everybody on the panel, there's something that motivated you when you were going through those hard times. In some situations, Jocelyn's situation, I know a little bit of Elder Day's situation. Those, some of those situations, I can't even imagine how I would have motivated myself to push forward. And you guys were able to do it in some devastating times. So, I just want to say you all are strong individuals on this panel. and a very, very good example of motivation.
They are. Everything that's on here is a source of motivation to me every day. I look forward to 7 o'clock every day. Saturdays, I'll be sitting around with my thumb in my mouth, you know.
I'm glad it's in your mouth.
I do be hitting you up and be like, man, we should go home today.
I thought he was gonna say something else too, Johnson. I was like, whoa, this a family show.
Hey, I've been nice. It's after 7:45. Okay.
Oh my God, it's a family show.
Hey, Jory, you'd be surprised. I've been nice lately. I've been real nice.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm about to change that right now. I was thinking about things that we hear about but never see. Let me give you a couple of them. Can kids in wheelchairs run away from home? And if they do, shouldn't they be called rollaways? I'm gonna scratch that one. Can somebody with no fingers point me in the right direction? That's two. Hey, can girls with extensions make free phone calls? That's three. Hey, do people with dyslexia wipe their ass first and then pick? Okay, one more. Can somebody?
He went to the mute.
Can somebody with no legs put their best foot forward? Oh, damn. Okay, here's one that everybody gonna pop back on for. Something we hear about but never see. Fathers. Come on, y'all. Come on back. I'm done. Karen said she was kicked out. Really? These are not my views.
I know that's right, Ludine. I just didn't have faith.
Ludine, we don't view you anyway. You're gone. I mean, what are you talking about? You're gone. Oh, wait, look. Johnson, I was thinking the same thing, but she ain't been on here in 20 minutes. Really? Come on, Ludine.
Well, I just want to say something to everybody. The beautiful Karen Day. Yes. I love her energy. But also to you guys, you know, like I said, these are some challenging days right now. And this gives me an opportunity to normalize a lot of what's not normal. Mm-hmm. And even speaking encouragement encourages myself. The gospel song says you got to encourage yourself. Mm-hmm. But in addition to encouraging others, it's a mirror back to me, and to be in the atmosphere of positive energy and folks who speak a common language is a blessing. And I just want to thank you. And I just want to tell each of you that I love you.
Most definitely. She says she loves you too, sis. She's you know, I can tell from her spirit. Okay, even with magenta hair, you know, she.
Yeah, I can cuss now because she gone.
You stupid.
Well, hey, now, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be in your best behavior.
I don't mess with the prophets and stuff. I don't play with them like that. Yeah. Oh no.
I don't see anything wrong with just being ourselves. I'm not. I'm
being myself. Look. I told you I use up all my mercies every day.
Okay, but you could have said what you want to say and borrow one for tomorrow.
No, I ain't borrowing nothing. I only got an allotment for today, and I pick and choose them really wisely. Because sometimes one incident can use up all of them at one time. So I just, kind of, I ain't gonna waste them. Nope. These my mercies. You fuck up your own mercies. I got mine. You got yours.
Hey, she's still listening.
But she ain't on here, so I don't see her face.
Basically, she is. She's still commenting, okay? But see, you said your word on the Karen Day part. This doesn't say elder here, so go ahead and say what you
exactly. She said, "Oh my God, LOL. Oh my God."
She appreciates the respect, though.
Yeah, see, no. I told you I only got a certain amount of mercies. And I got to use them wisely so I can get up tomorrow morning. I need to get up.
Hey, look, don't talk like that. Don't jinx yourself, okay? Because things don't just happen; they do happen.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg.
What? Oh, I'm sorry, Ludine. Hey, what's going on, girl?
I don't know.
These are not my views, and I'm gone.
I'm not gonna even say that, John.
I'm
views.
I'm gonna let it go. Bye.
I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, funny.
I'm gonna let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, hilarious.
See, now, what Ludine is doing is this, okay? Ludine is pretending, you know, she's doing a lot of posturing because the phone's a piece of shit, all right? So she's actually doing posturing. So she's saying, I gotta go, but that's not the truth. Her phone was just getting ready to go. You saw how she called. See, Jory, this is what happened the other day. We were asking Ludine questions, and she answered them tomorrow. So she stood up there.
You are so wrong.
We didn't have a whole different conversation. Okay,
I told you I will fight you.
The question from
I told you get off of her. Leave her alone.
The question from yesterday. How are we supposed to do alone? How are we supposed to do a progressive show if she's retreating?
Oh my God!
That's why I said she needs to get a new phone. She has the iPhone 1. The very first one Jesus carried with him when he was trying to call his disciples. Okay, she got that one. So all I'm trying to say is, Ludine. Maybe
if you don't like her phone, Greg, buy another one.
Hey, Jory Lynn.
It's Dr. Jory. It's Dr. Jory. Before you start, if you don't, I'm gonna tell you, I got 5 more mercies today, and I ain't afraid to use them.
If that is your real name.
If that is my real name.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And why do you have the doctor and Jory run together like that?
Because I choose to.
Okay, there's the answer of the day. That's motivation for me to shut the hell up. Ludine says, Karen Day, go mute. No, Karen, don't go mute. Don't go. We need your blessings. That's a few Dominus, Ominous, a few Hail Marys. We need them all. And Dr. Jory Lynn.
Okay, but you having them and sharing, since you're talking about giving stuff away for Christmas, put one in a box and mail it to your girl. And stop trying to embarrass her every time you get on the cam. How about that?
Okay, you're her best friend and her doctor. So why don't you just gift the one?
Because I don't have an issue with her phone. You do.
You just had an issue earlier. You saw one time like crackling and all this sort of stuff.
She was hitting the plate because she was eating. It had nothing to do with her phone.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Oh, look at Ludine. She's angry, y'all. She said her middle finger is up at Greg Gray.
Hey, that ain't angry. You ain't seen Ludine angry.
Yeah, I don't care to see Ludine angry.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
You know why? Because the views that are expressed on this.
What you say, Chris? What you say? Chris, what you say?
Oh, girl.
Why you on mute?
Allie muted him. She back there muting him. But look, hey, you know, we joke.
Who you say muting him? Allie.
Yeah. We joke, we laugh, you know, but again, this is a place of love, all right? So this middle finger thing, Ludine, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to embrace your middle finger.
You're going to put it where your thumb is on Saturdays.
We thank Jory Lynn for coming to the show. Dr. Jory Lynn, I'm sorry. We thank her because we always want, look, you're part of the family too. So we definitely want you to continue to come and express yourself and, you know, be Ludine's flunky and, you know, help Ludine out. We appreciate you helping Ludine out because she's the mother hen of the group of us. Okay. She's the mother. We love her to death. All right. Yeah. Give me the hug after the finger. Give me the hug after the finger. Jocelyn just broke out. Okay. But I can take it when Jocelyn leaves. Okay. I can take it when she leaves. But Ludine, you're gonna have to start hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? You got to start hanging out with us. We got 2 Ginas on here. I know, Gina, you're hopping over to the laptop. So there we go. But again, real quick, Chris Mill, I just want to know from each individual that's here, as we're motivating, we've invited a lot of people, and hopefully before the end of the week is done, have most of them will come on. Okay, but in a nutshell, and Jory, I need you to answer this too, if you don't mind me calling you Jory, Doctor. What is your definition of motivation?
My definition of motivation is whatever gets you to be your best you is what motivation is.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Whatever gets you to be your best you, whether it's the best mom, whether it's the best dad, whether it's the best son or daughter or sister or brother or co-worker or parishioner or car wash person, whatever gets you to be your best you is what motivation is. And it can be anything.
Absolutely. So Chris, in the same vein, what do you think is a detriment to motivation? What can block somebody's motivation?
Not being sincere and humble, because there's certain situations out there where you don't have to brag and boast about. It can be a lot done by action, other than talking, trying to outshine somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people out there that are blocked their blessing, really, for being braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? In certain fields, in certain things that you do. You know what I'm saying? I call them the one-ups.
Mm-hmm.
They're always going to one-up somebody else. They can't let one person have to shine. They got to steal their little bit of shine and try to make their shine a little bit of them.
Which leads me to my next question to Gina. Gina, your group of people, do you think, or have you ever let the group of people that you hung with, or maybe that circle of friends, kind of destroy your motivation?
I don't have people in my circle like that. Everything I've done and every idea I've had, my circle have always inspired me to do it, no matter what it was. It could have been a failure. They didn't care. If it was something that I was determined to do, they were in my corner 100%. So if you have people in your circle like that, you need to change your circle, because the people that you have in your circle should be ones that the ones that are motivating you, inspiring you, telling you you can do it. Those are the people that you want in your circle.
Yeah, that circle is a difficult thing sometimes, man. I've had circles where, and I said circles because I've had to change my circle. Became a rodeo, but I've had to change my circle a couple of times. Okay, because people are in there, just as Chris said, especially with me being the I'll call it the figurehead. As I grow, you grow. I'm taking everybody. I've never been that guy to say, "Well, hey, you're working for me." We all work together, okay? But some people just don't want to do that. They'll do everything that they're in their power to try to outshine you. And if you're the figurehead, basically, they're not going to get to that point of outshining you. I never give anybody the keys to my car to drive. Okay, you know what I mean? You're not going to. And when I'm showing people, when I'm trying to teach people, I'm gonna teach you enough to get you to where you need to be, and then you can finish the rest on your own. I'm not gonna give you everything that I got. You're not gonna learn everything, because I'm never gonna let anybody take anything from me. Period. All right. So I mean, that's just me. I mean, and those who know me know I can be the nicest guy in the world, but I can shut down and be quiet. Yes, Dr. Jory Lynn, I can be quiet, but I can shut down and be quiet and just let you go ahead on and talk and think that you know every single thing about what I'm doing, and you're going to fail. And I don't want anybody to fail, but you got to, as Chris said, you got to be humble, and that's why. And you guys have gotten on me about that, about telling my story or telling this about my stuff and this and that. It's this platform is not about me. It's about us helping others. We entertain them and we educate them, and we do that all the time with people like Dr. Jory Lynn that comes on with your absolutely beautiful insight that you give us, and we appreciate. I joke with you a lot because when we first met, we joke. It's cool, but I appreciate you coming on here and giving us your insight because it is important to people who listen to hear a variety of different things. So you are definitely a part of this family, and we appreciate everything that you bring to the table as well.
And you have such a joyous spirit. We love it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Miss Gina, it took a long time for me to get to this place too. And now that I'm here, I allow nothing and no one to pull me from it. So
you can. We come too far, Dr. Jory. We've come too far. And if we are not steadfast in what we do, and somebody can actually come in and take it from us, something's wrong with our resiliency. Something's wrong with our faith. Something's wrong with the motivation that we say that we have. Something's wrong.
So yeah, and and it's and the word I was looking for earlier is self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got 2 girls, and I instill in them every day. All you have is who God made you to be. You are made to be set apart, and your reputation.
There you go.
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
That's your calling card, and if your calling card sucks, that's what people gonna remember you for, And we all try to leave a legacy. We all try to leave a great legacy, something great, okay? And Ludine as well. Ludine is so vibrant, and she is basically a matter-of-fact person, okay? When Ludine says it, it's a matter of fact, okay? So, and that's what I love about Ludine. She can take a licking and keep on ticking, all right, and she will always say from her heart. A lot of people don't do that. Ludine says it from her heart, and she definitely is one of the most motivational people I know. Her phone sucks, yes, but very motivational. Very motivational. And I love Ludine for what she does. My brother Chris right there. And yes, everybody, we can cut the show off if we want to, okay, but I'm talking about my people, okay? My brother Chris right there, I've never seen Chris angry. I've seen him a little agitated.
Disappointed.
I've never seen him angry. I've never seen Chris angry, okay? And I think what Chris does, if he does get angry, I don't know, but I think he fuels that anger into doing something else because this man, he wears many hats, okay? Hey, brother, understand, man, I love you to death. You are my little brother. I love you to death, man. And, I wish I could get in your head sometime, man, because you know how you see people who know people, and you can see wheels going on in their head and stuff like that. Sometimes Chris,
sometimes you gotta channel that negative energy into positive situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned to do that a lot at a young age.
Right.
Use your anger for your good. That's what I tell my daughter. Use your anger for your good.
Exactly. Because before I really got into what I'm doing now, when I was just doing music, that was my therapy. Every time I went through something, I put it down on paper and made a song out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was my therapy. And I learned to get it out of my system and not hold on to it and let it build up into when a person wants to snap.
That's so funny you say that, bro, because that's the same exact mantra that I teach my son. Dude,
Mhm.
you don't sell drugs. You ain't got no money. I got the money. Okay. You
Right.
don't smoke. You don't drink. Talk about what you know. That's gonna go over better. Okay. I'm
Yep.
telling you right now, this album that they do, he talks about everything that they do. All right.
Right.
It's actually selling, dude. It's actually selling.
I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I looked up to Ice Cube when I was coming up, because he never talked about selling drugs, really. You know what I'm saying? He probably wrote about it for somebody else, you know what I'm saying, or explained what drug dealing was with Dope Man and Gangsta and all that. But he never really talked about it. He never talked about being a Blood or a Crip. You know what I'm saying? He never talked about all that. What he talked about was stuff that was going on in the streets to educate us who didn't see it from his perspective, or that we can basically identify with where we came from.
And he did the same with the movies.
Yeah, and he did the exact same thing with the movie. They tried to cast him as that gangster person, and he was like, "Nah, I'm more than that."
Right.
That's why.
Well, he was kind of with Doughboy. Come on now.
No,
What
what I'm saying, that was his first movie, and
Yeah.
he said every script he got out after that, they wanted him to be Dope Boy.
Oh, okay.
And so
You know what I'm saying?
So he
And he
decided
was
to do
like,
it himself.
yeah, so he was like, well, forget that, because people forget the movie after he did Boys in the Hood was a movie called Glass Shield, where he was a detective.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, people forget about that. And then he went from that to Higher Learning, where he was the militant, you know what I'm saying, type person. And
He's
so
done a lot of stuff. You know,
he played many hats, you know what I'm saying? And he hasn't been stuck into that mantra that they tried to put us in, either the drug dealer or the gangster.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, or the crack fiend, or this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? The slave and all that they try to keep us in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's the one that changed it, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm gonna write my own stuff and do it that way and do it how I want to do it.
Well, you can't let nobody, and I think that's one of the things that when we talk about successful people and the way society views it is always those people that you can't put in a box.
Right.
You know, and for some people, you know, if you work a 9 to 5 or something like that, you know, that's a box. But when you talk about the why of the 9 to 5, it's not a box.
Right.
So,
I mean, and that's something, like I said, Daniel, that Danny Black, you know, he always said that never give up your 9 to 5 to chase a dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got money coming in, take that. Do that.
I had to learn that. That was one of the reasons I became homeless, because I didn't learn that lesson. I said, man, like I got 18 grand, man.
We all did.
I always held on to that vine behind me before, and the one in front of me before I let that vine behind me go. I worked 3 jobs before to get to a lot of the things that I've gotten to. When I decided to open my daycare, I was working at the post office and I was doing telemarketing. And I was doing all 3 of them at the same time. I look back on those days and I said, I don't know how the heck I did that. Like, when did I ever sleep? But I did that because I didn't want to let go of my 9 to 5. I had been on my job for 8 years. And then I had been on my job with the post office for 2 years. And I wanted to transition out of my telemarketing job to full-time at the post office, but that wasn't a job that I enjoyed. And I'm big on if I don't like a job, I'm going to find something I do like. I'm not going to just settle. I did that in my younger years because I had to. I had to pay the bills. And so I took jobs that I didn't want. When I got to a level where I had my degree and I can choose the jobs I wanted, I choose the jobs that I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy working at the post office. So I worked both jobs and I started my daycare all at the same time. And I did that for 3 years. And finally I said, okay, I'm going to let them both go.
So Gina, it's nice to know that I'm not the only crazy person, because when I first got home from the military, I got a job. in Gary, and then I went over to Chicago, and then I came back, and I worked at Edgewater from 9 to 5. And then before I got to Edgewater, I was working out when it was Trump and Majestic.
Mm-hmm.
So right at the beginning when it first started. So I was working at the front. It was a front counter where they turned into the pavilion. But I worked the front counter where people come get their cards. I worked that from some ungodly like 10 at night to 3 in the morning. It was part-time. And then on the weekends, I was working at Walgreens by my house. And I don't remember sleeping. Half the time, I don't
know how you did it.
But and my daughter was small at the time. And so my parents, you know, would watch her and stuff like that. Or my cousin would come and stay with her at night when I worked at the boat. And, you know, because I had all these weird hours. And like you, got to a job I was with for a long time. But I realized that my why is servanthood. So my thing was I always wanted to see us do better. And that was from being in the military. Because I've been all over the world. So I always wanted to make sure we got every opportunity. I always wanted to make sure people did better. And that's how I ended up in human resources, because inside of corporations and big companies and stuff like that, they're not promoting us. They're not giving us the opportunities. They're not giving us the training. But if I'm in a position that I can make sure you get on a track to being promoted, or make sure that I can get you sent to some training, even if you don't stay with this company, you can excel. If I have that kind of influence, then that's what I want to do. So, you know, and then I started teaching. And so it was like, I'm not here. Yeah, the textbook is fine. You gotta do the textbook, but I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be like when you walk outside of this brick and mortar. It ain't got nothing to do with this textbook.
Nothing at all, because they always say the best learning process is on the job learning.
It ain't got nothing to do with this textbook. So that's why I said, you know, when people think that you're in a box, you're really not in a box. You're not in a box. You have to know your why, like the elder said. You have to persevere through things, even when you don't want to, like this Jocelyn did. I commend her, because I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all be visiting me. I'll be out there in Dyer. Y'all be coming to visit me. I'm gonna tell you.
You know, and
she is phenomenal.
You know, sometimes the why is easy. Like in my situation back then, my why and my motivation were my children. You know, coming out of a long-term marriage, and then I'm on my own with 3 children, and my motivation was them. That's why I pushed myself to work 3 jobs so that they wouldn't be without. You know, it was a relationship of 17 years, 2 incomes, and now it's 1 income, and I'm by myself. But I still had those 3 that I had to take care of. And that was my why. That was my motivation. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about this is my why. I just
survival. You were in survival mode. So, Greg, when you go back to when you're talking about motivation and fear, is it the fear of failing, or is it actually the fear of succeeding?
Yeah,
that's a great question.
Because it took a time for me to learn that failing is not failing. Failing is just a lesson that I can learn from and do it better the next time.
And success is where you want to be in life. You know, success to some people is money. Success to others is, hey, I was homeless and I have a house. Life is successful to them. You know, well, it's
success is waking up with peace of mind.
Peace of mind is always success.
So it's one of those. It's a thing on Facebook, and I love it, and I think it's so fun. I was like, I'm not arguing with nobody. If you say 12 plus 6 is 29, I'm gonna agree with you.
That's how I am.
You know what though? I told and Dr. Jory, it's that question that you asked, and I bring my son up because this is exactly what happened with him. He had a great project before he went to college. It was great. He made some money off of that first thing. Very primitive, but he made some money off of it. Right. Went to college, kind of slowed down, got involved with a girl, kind of lost his way. Got back into the music, and great music. Chris will attest to that. Good music. Okay, but the thing was, I was asking him, "What are you doing with it?" You know. Well, I'm going to go back to the studio and make something else. Okay, well, you got enough right now. Okay, well, that's the last time. That's the last time, Dad. So put it together. I said, okay, we got to get it out there. We got to release it. Well, I think I want to go back to the studio and make something else.
So are you afraid to succeed? Are you afraid to blow up? Are you afraid to be recognized? Are you, I mean, you know, so yeah, is it a fear? Because he's not failing at it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not failing at it.
Mm-hmm. I asked him, Dr. Jory, I said, well, look, man, you know, this is getting redundant. You know, and it's starting to get costly. You're going to the studio every week, okay? I got to pay for that, okay? You know, because you know, I got a studio, but I don't know how to, you know, work everything. We don't know how to work everything properly. You know, it comes out good, but it ain't what it should be. So we got to go to the studio and, and pay for the studio, okay? But I'm like, dude, you got 1,000 songs here. 998 of them are great songs. I mean, I always send Chris something that I try to send him when he lets me get them, and let Chris critique it, okay? Chris say, hey, this is the bomb. This is it, okay? So what are you waiting on, bro? And I said, are you afraid to succeed?
Sometimes it's not even being afraid to succeed. It's knowing how to put it out there for it to be heard.
Who am I, though?
You know what? I was thinking of it differently, Chris. I was thinking it's not afraid to succeed, but and because he's not failing. So let me put that first. He's not failing, and it's not even afraid to succeed, but is he concerned of what people may say? If there is a niche about out of 100 people, 2 people is like, oh, that's bogus. Is that something?
There's the thing with that, Dr. Jory, and I've taught him this as well. Okay, I had a TV show for 12 years. All right, I wasn't concerned about the 3 or 4 people that didn't watch my show, as opposed to the millions that did watch it. Okay, you know.
But everybody's not you.
And so I told my son, George, everybody's not going to like it. Okay, but here's the other thing with that: if you put people in place, you have a following of people who are definitely going to give you that critique. Chris is not going to lie to me. If it sucks, it sucks. Okay, Chris is always. There was one time I sent him a couple of songs and he did it. He said, "Well, this one is stronger than the other one. I'm not feeling that up." Okay, in our genre of what we do for a business, I'm not feeling it means that one is not going to sell. To me, if it's somebody that's in that profession,
or also it means that it just needs some more work.
Yeah, needs some work. Yeah. But right now, it's not ready.
Right, and I mean, sometimes, and go back to what Jory said, Dr. Jory said, is that it's not failing, it's not succeeding. It's sometimes people are nervous about the critiquing of their music,
and the person that critiques it. Okay,
and the person that critiques it, and that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because you know, if my mom and daddy like it, I don't care if y'all don't like it. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if y'all like it, and my mama and daddy be like, I'm done. I ain't doing it no more.
Right. Yeah, because you know it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those situations where, a lot of people don't know how to accept critiquing, negative or positive, because positive critiquing goes to their head, and negative critiquing puts them in a shot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to stay even keeled at all times.
Yep, and that's something I think we should kind of pick apart before.
Yeah, we can do that. And there's one more thing I wanted to add to that why subject topic we was on.
Yeah.
Because the key thing that the elder said is that you have your why.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got people out here following other people's whys.
Yeah. Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Trying to get that why for themselves and it ain't theirs.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Elder, get him a column because he preaching. I'm gonna send you some ties. I'm gonna send you some ties.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not their why. They're following somebody else's why, thinking it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing the difference between the two.
And I don't know where the light bulb came on in his head, because I criticize him, and I guess he thinks I'm supposed to be biased because I'm his father. Okay, but I've been in this business. I've seen him come.
Hey, bro, let me ask you this question. All right, when you were critiquing him in the beginning, was he a solo artist?
No,
he was always in a group.
Yeah, well, no, actually, let me take that off. When I critiqued him, he had the group, but I critiqued him as a solo because I was always encouraging him. I mean, you're the better.
Jordan sounds like me. It was a stage of my time that I would rather be in a group than be a solo artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that feeling.
And can't nobody tell you nothing else.
Right. I would rather be in a group than be a solo artist. But that was the time when I was a lazy writer also. I didn't have to come in and create the whole song myself. I had somebody there with me that can motivate me, and I can feed off that person.
But people were afraid to rap with my son. I mean, you've heard him. I mean, he's pretty good. Okay, so
he's nice.
Come in, they just was like, well, man, I don't know. Now he's got this one guy right now who's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got and you've heard them. They got completely different style, but the music that comes out is cool. All right, and you know when you say that, I'm gonna go talk to him about it for real, because I'm gonna say, man, you know what? Somebody else just said what you've been telling me for a long time. You know, Dad, I'm not ready to do this. Okay, like this. You know,
because I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
Quit going to the studio and making these solo hits then. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose. See? Hey, my son listening. He need to hear it, man. So get off mute.
A musician knows when how hard it is sometimes to make the perfect song. Sometimes it's easier to make the perfect song with someone else than you making it by yourself. Because you're coming in, okay, I'm not going to do 16 here. I'm going to do 8 bars here. Then I'm going to do the hook one time, and I'm going to come back and give you 12. And then I'm going to do the double up the hook at the end, and I'm just going to spit a 4, and we're going to be done with this. But when you're with somebody else, they'd be like, okay, well, say this like this. And he can go back to the person that he's in a group with. All right, I like that. And you say your part like this. You know what I'm saying? You have that connection feel off each other. Most of the time when you're in the studio by yourself, you have to find that self-motivation, because that self-motivation be hard as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? It's good to do sometimes because you keep all of the money, but sometimes it's just easier to be in a group. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry about coming up with 2 16s and a hook and an intro and an outro. You know what I'm saying?
In his if I can say that, man, he's they got enough music for 4 or 5 albums, and he individually has enough music for about 6 or 7.
And so, Greg, I think the last time I talked to you, I told you to text me or inbox me the name of his album so I can get it, so I can support it. I ain't got it yet.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Don't worry about it. He did me the same way with the logo, and I had to get on. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He gonna get it to you.
Okay.
He got the logo now. I didn't know the name of the album. I knew he did it. I mean, I knew it was out, but I didn't know the name of it. So as soon as I'm off,
That's your line. I can see it all.
You got to catch him on a Saturday or Sunday because I got it.
Oh, that's how that works. Oh, okay.
See, as I was giving you guys y'all kudos, I didn't give my sister Gina hers, because Gina is to me that's my sister, man. Gina has such a beautiful spirit, all right. But the other side of Gina, don't cross Gina. You cross.
I just want to support, and that's all.
I understand that,
I
Jory.
just want to,
and we want to support you, whatever you do. I mean, I don't know. We in our professions, I don't know how much we can support you with human resources or whatever. Okay,
let me tell you something.
I'll put it like this. Let me say this.
You know what? If ever you should call me, or I just come on here looking like this, that's because I went to work and I probably should have lost my job, but God, that he let me use one of the mercies because it'd be a rough day.
But I'll tell you this, Jory, Dr. Jory, I'm sorry. I don't know where you
call me Jory. I'm just messing with you.
Well, respect is earned. You worked hard for that title. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get the respect you deserve. If there's any way that we can help, and I know everything's virtual now, but I don't know what arena you are in your position. But if there's any time anybody needs we can speak, you know what I mean, or anything like that, we'd be more than happy to do that. Any of us.
Monday maybe we'll do, since Gina is in education, and maybe we can have a day where we have ask the panel something. So maybe somebody is going through something at work and they can come on and ask a question, or maybe somebody is trying to figure out what program they should be in or area of study, and they can come in and talk to Gina about things at the university, or maybe somebody trying to get into television production, or somebody trying to get into home health. Lynn does home health care, and then Chris, you do health and fitness, so maybe we can just have where somebody come in, like I got a whole bunch of health and fitness questions, like isn't liposuction quicker than just trying to eat healthy? So hey.
Well, what I'm saying is
I can answer that question for you. I can most definitely answer that question for you.
But I'm just saying, have a day where it's I consider us all to be experts. So ask the expert, and so if they have a question they want to ask, then we can
Yeah, I would be of no help to you because of what I do. My profession it wouldn't help you out. But if there's anything you want me to do, I'm there for you.
No, but I mean, just like with anybody out there, you just said you had a television show for 12 years. There's a lot of people who would love to break into producing and television. And how did you get there? What did you do? What are the steps? What's different now than it was when you started? And same for Chris. Chris said he just woke up one day and said, "I'm going to Vegas."
I'm telling you, I was literally on the tables. This man was dealing to me, and I asked somebody, "Where's Chris?" They said he quit. I'm like,
it's one of those. I mean, the weather there had a lot to do in my decision also.
You did say that.
That weather got on my nerves. That was on 5. It was the year before, in 2004, we had a bad snowstorm at the crib.
I was here.
And I was like, I'm not doing that in 2005. I'm out
here. Oh, okay.
So, I didn't believe him. We talking one day. We had deep talk at the table. People getting mad, but we talking, and I'm literally the next week he was gone. He was.
I lived in San Diego. I lived in Puerto Rico for 2 years. I lived in San Diego. When I came back here, it took me. I was like, this is some bullshit right here. And that's what everybody said. You were raised here, and I was like, but when you leave, And you come back.
That's how it is. That's what happened. And that's what happened to me. I got the taste of California life in 2000, and then came back.
Yeah.
And went to California during the quote unquote winter time of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Well, then you know me. I really don't like talking about myself. So
I know, and that's why I was like, but you have a wealth of knowledge, and I'll tell you what, I have a niece that is out in California right now, and she just produced her own little movie. It's on Amazon Prime, and you know, she works for Nickelodeon and all kind of other stuff out there, and I'm just amazed at the things she does, and I'm just like, wow, you know.
I don't do what I do for the pat on the back. I never did it. It's just something I like to do. It's just normal for me. Okay, so I don't like talking about it as if it's grandiose or anything like that.
I don't mean in a grandiose. So you know, this is the life. You know, I was chilling on a yacht type of way, but you know, there's a lot of people that watch you that may be like, you know what, it is my box, my why is to be or to do the things that Greg has done. I would really like to know what's the first step for me. Yeah. You know, it is, you know, it ain't just moving to LA and being a waitress and be, you know, and get recognized because you got, you know, you can sing a little. It's more to it.
I get real introverted when people are asking me. I just get real.
But if that's the case, I'm just gonna ask you questions all the time if that's what shuts you up.
hey, Dr. Jory, that's what shuts me up. Okay.
I'm just gonna start throwing out questions and be like, yeah, okay, that's how we're gonna get Greg to be quiet.
That's what shuts me up. I don't like talking about myself. You know, Chris knows my story. Gina knows my story. I just don't like it because I told them because they're real close family, and I'm gonna tell you, and that way you won't have to ask me no more damn questions. All right?
I don't want you to tell me. I want to ask the questions when I want to ask the questions.
I can't do it. It's just something about something that's in me. It's like, okay, this is me, and Chris probably feel the same way. This is me. I'm Greg. I'm not that dude. Okay, I'm just doing I'm the same thing. I'm just me, and I don't like it when people come at me. I didn't like it when I was doing the television show where people running up to me. You know, we were in a magazine. I was in the Vibe. I was in the Right On at the time, and I was in all the magazines. And
I used to have Right On pictures on my wall.
They had me on your wall too, but go to Walgreens.
No.
There's people there looking at the Right On magazine, and I'm over there trying to get the Black Enterprise magazine, and people see my picture in the magazine and look at me, and literally it was the girl that started screaming. Okay, that's him. I'm like, damn, you know, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay?
Oh, you know, it's only popping now.
I know it. I can. All I got to do really is. That's all I gotta do. That's all.
We're gonna be good friends, Gregory. That's what I'm gonna call you, Gregory.
Yeah,
I like that, Gregory. Oh, I like that.
That's his disappearing act.
I love it. If that's how I can shut him up, I'm just gonna call him Gregory.
All right, now Dr. Jory Lynn is done. All right, we got to get out of here. Look, everybody, we talking about motivation all week. The dictionary says that motivation is the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. The general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Yeah, we're gonna create our own definition before the week is out of what motivation is. All right, but until then, all right. And Nicole, I think, is a perfect person, man, for us, what we were talking about doing.
Yeah,
Nicole, I think she's the perfect person.
Most definitely.
So,
and on tomorrow, man, I just got the okay. So tomorrow we'll have on Paul Mooney's twin sons,
Cool, cool,
Dwayne and Daryl.
cool.
They're gonna come on tomorrow.
Very good.
I gotta do my hair.
Tell them I appreciate that. What you go, nigga. Anyway, I want to thank you, Dr. Jory Lynn, for coming on. You and your lack of perm attitudes. Gina, always a pleasure.
Good hair.
Sister, all right. You know, that's Chris Mills over there in the corner, my brother, okay? Jocelyn, you know, that's the team, y'all. And all we're here to do is motivate and to inspire, okay? We may go off topic and tell a couple of jokes here and there, okay? But the bottom line is if we touch one person, we did our job, okay? This is Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live, okay? We will see you guys let's start. But before we go,
everybody, all right. Woo, where's your mama?
and I play that so much it's getting green.
Hey, you gotta play the baby talk. That's what we call it.
Oh yeah. Before we go, Dr. Jory Lynn, before we go.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week we're great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the babies.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, ain't it?
That was adorable.
Yeah, that's what when I say ridiculous, I mean the same. That means the same. That's just a beautiful sentiment coming from. I don't know how old she is, man, but man, smart. So imagine that's gonna be one of our leaders. Imagine how she's gonna be next year or year after that. You know, I want to see if they do this again. You know what I mean? But anyway, gotta go. Hey, we will see you guys tomorrow on DopelivenTV Live, y'all. Until tomorrow, peace out.